each insert and turn their individual keys. The lock disengaging and the door giving a deep groan as it swings open. Beyond it, a spiral staircase extends high into the sky. Although, alright, so I have a bit of a premonition that may or may not be correct. I feel like we're gonna have our resolution here and then be like, wait, but we still need to punish the First Lord. And if it does that and starts spinning off into a whole new thing, that's when I'll save and quit, because that'll probably be a whole other 6-hour spiel. If it happens. Either that or we're at the end. So, let's find out. Beyond it, a spiral staircase extends high into the sky. Every time I've climbed these stairs, it's always been a solemn affair. And now is no different. I've succeeded, though. I've gotten them all here, ready to set her free before she's supposed to die. I've changed the past. Giselle. Can you hear me, Giselle? I made it in time. Now Morgana doesn't have to die tomorrow. I did it. Giselle. With me. Come on. Do you guys hear talking behind the door? Is there someone else in there with her? There couldn't be. It's only Morgana. Stay with me, please. Come on, you can't give up now. Oh, it's Giselle. I'll be quiet. As if you had any idea what I'm going through. Hey, being on the verge of death is no excuse for not capitalizing your eyes. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Of course I do. No. Standing before the door at the top of the stairs, a chill runs down my spine. Before I have time to consider what might have caused it, my body moves on its own. I shove my way past the other men and push open the door. Hey Morgana, how's it going? I know. I'll come with something pleasant to take your mind off things. Wait, is it future Morgana that's talking to Morgana? I guess it is. I'll come up with a story. A story? How about this? A dove flies in through the window. Up above, a piece of parchment tied to its leg. It's a letter from the prince of a neighboring land. You read it, and then you write a response. I don't respond. After exchanging letters back and forth for some time, the prince comes to find you. I'm not going to fall for your stupid fantasies. Holding on to something, even a fantasy, is better than believing in nothing at all. I don't want you to give up hope. Baseless hope only breeds despair. Not that you would know that. Besides, if anyone's going to come for me, I don't want it to be a prince. There's only one person I want to see. We're all stunned to silence at the scene unfolding beyond the door. Morgana is having a conversation with herself. This does answer the question of who White-Hair Girl is, and where she came from. But I can't. This is just... So she developed dissociative identity disorder? No one should have to go through this. Her mind split into two. Oh, Morgana, it looks like you have visitors. They're here to take my blood. Or they're got no use for me anymore. and are here to kill me. Oh, don't be so negative. Look, there's someone new. Kill me. Just set me free already. Morgana. You know what my wish is. Kill me. Curse. Put a curse on them. Come on, Morgana, look up at them. Your letters, they made it. I never wrote any letters. He's got long hair, white as snow, and eyes like rubies. He's beautiful, like an angel descended from heaven. An angel? Morgana, I've come for you, Morgana. Come to set you free. Would you please undo her shackles, Jacopo? As you say. Aww. Morgana. Angel? Can you hear me, Morgana? At long last, I have the chance to hold you while you're still alive. I'm here to get you out of this tower. You have nothing to worry about anymore. You can go outside again, see the sun. You can go back to your old life. Angel. Morgana. Angel. No one's going to hurt you anymore, Morgana. And the three of them by the door, none of them had any malice for you. Angel. You're free. You can go free again. Angel. You can have a normal life. No one is going to take any more of your blood. Angel. Please, Morgana. Please stay with me. Don't you want to leave this place? I'm going to set you free. I'll take back your cottage by the lake. I'll get your medicine. I'll help with anything you need. If you want to go somewhere far away, I'll take you there. I'm begging you. I've waited so long for this moment. Morgana, I've been waiting so long for God to send an angel. Are you an angel? Are you an angel sent to deliver me from this place? Please deliver me unto my Father's presence. I can't go back out there. I can't live in the mortal realm any longer. I don't want to. There's only one place I wish to go. O holy servant of the Lord. You are an angel, aren't you? Morgana. Please deliver me from this place. Yes, that's right. I am. For now, yes, I will be. I am the Archangel Michael, sent to deliver your soul unto God the Father. Your angel. I have descended from heaven above. That's wonderful. Morgana. His father. Is he proud of me? Your Father, the Lord Almighty, is exceedingly proud of the great work you've done in His name. Thank you. It means so much to me to hear that. I couldn't be happier to be able to return with you, to see Him. Morgana. Morgana. Morgana! But her body goes limp in my arms. As the last of her life slips away. There should have been more than enough time to spare. Still, I failed to save her life. At the very least, I hope I was able to provide her some comfort in her final moments. I'm allowed to think that, aren't I? We were too late. But why? Wasn't she supposed to... She was not supposed to die until tomorrow noon. That's what you said, isn't it? That's how it was supposed to happen, right? So how come we still didn't make it? Why didn't you do anything? Why did you just let her wither away like this? Why? Answer me! I have no answer for you. I had no idea she had deteriorated so badly. But how? How did you not know? Did you come see her daily? We should take her outside. Is this a bad end that I got? Was I supposed to make some other choices different? Then you can atone for your sins. But first we need to take her body somewhere clean. Death does not mean you are free of pain. We need to ensure her soul can depart in peace. You won't see me objecting. You need to say now what you were going to say to her. You must let her know the truth. Okay, I guess it's not a bad end. Because Michelle was aware after his death of what happened. So I guess Morgana will still be aware of what happens to her corpse. She's dead. What good will it do to reveal my feelings now? Are you really that dense? Of course it will do good. Do good. Physical body may be dead, but her soul's still in there, watching everything. Listening to every word you say. I don't believe in souls. Well, I'm begging you to change your mind. Let Morgana hear what you have to say. Don't let her soul seethe in hatred. Please. I'm begging you. Okay. Morgana, I'm not the Lord you knew. The man who put you through that hell. I killed him. I'm the man who freed you from his grasp. I'm the man who spent the next 3 years with you. We were poor and food was scarce, let alone good food. But those were happy times. Just about every day, I'd come to rub ointment on your face. I'd tell you to look at me and you'd reluctantly turn my way. I used to think a lot about the face you'd make when you finally gave in. And there was Maria. I can only imagine how obnoxious you two thought the two of us were when we were in the same room together. You sitting off alone while me and Maria go at it, not making a peep. Me always trying to sneak glances at you. There's so much I never managed to tell you. And I hate myself for being too weak to put any of it into words. I could apologize, but I doubt you'd forgive me. And I don't want you to either. I just want you to know that this isn't how I wanted things to turn out. What I wanted more than anything was to show you the world. But instead, all I managed to show you was the inside of a cold, dark tower. Not the beautiful and unimaginably wide world outside these walls, but a tiny, filthy corner of it. I did this to you. I took everything from you, when I should have given you everything. However much you hate me, I deserve every last bit of it, and more. I was ready to pay with my life, if that's what you wanted. I was ready to do absolutely anything. This wasn't how I wanted things to turn out. I waited too long to bring myself to talk. To take action, not talk. Morgana, the man there, he told me you said that the 3 years you spent with me and Maria were the brightest days of your life. Well, they were for me too. I loved you. That's everything. Did any of what he just said make it through to you, Morgana? I pray with all my heart that him opening up will have even the tiniest effect on how you feel. Morgana, I also want to apologize for everything I did to hurt you. I feel terrible about it, I really do. And yeah, I know that's not enough to make up for what I've done. So I wanted to make amends, whatever it takes. If you want to give me the rest of my life now, if you want me to give you the rest of my life, now I will. Or if you want me to spend the rest of my days paying for my sins, I can do that too. I am an irredeemable monster and a killer. I take pleasure in hurting people. You are right to be afraid of me. I am genuinely sorry for what I did to you, though. I never wanted to see you dead. Sorry, I can't come up with anything better to say. Dun, 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 dun. Let's bring her outside. Would you carry her body, please? You should be the one to carry her. You're far better suited for the job. My right arm is in no condition to be picking anything up. I'll help you lift her then. You said it was my words she needed to hear the most, but ultimately, it was you who saved her. And me, who made that necessary. She wanted to be delivered to God by the hands of an angel, so the angel here should carry her. I can't. It wouldn't be right. Please, would you do it for her? Very well. But my hand is literally broken, though. Chocobo puts the necklace around Morgana's neck, then lifts her dead body off the ground and places her in my arms. He opens the door, heading the four-man procession out of the tower as he had in. That was weird phrasing. I walk at the back of the line. Each step they take down the spiral staircase is slow and ponderous, as if weighted down by the knowledge of their sins. But they must make their way to the place they will make their atonement. I wasn't able to prevent Morgana's death, but I was able to uncover the truth. I accomplished something. Some of everything I did these 3 days should be enough to change her heart and change the course of their next lives. They should be able to avoid the tragedies I witnessed through each of their doors. When we step through this door and people see Morgana's body, we'll be made to pay for our sins. Ultimately, I'm the one responsible. So the two of you are welcome to stay behind. I'm coming with you. A girl died because of the things I did. I can't just pretend it didn't have anything to do with me. No, I don't want to. I never had any intention of fleeing. You may have been the one running the operation, but I did just as many terrible things as you. Well then. Say, Michelle? Yes? I figure this is probably my last chance to say it, so thank you for convincing me to hand over my key, for giving me the courage to open my eyes. You always had the courage within you, Mel. You simply needed a little help finding it. It wasn't my strength that allowed you to take action, but your own. Haha, you should know how to make someone feel better about themselves. I'd like to be a little stronger next time around. If there really is a next life. I'd like to be strong enough to face whatever comes my way. Not to run away or try to ignore it. I have no doubt you will be. The trials you're made to face are great. Very few of them of your own making. Yours is the tragedy of circumstances, of feelings kept secret and good intentions gone wrong. If you can face the problem when it arrives rather than look away, I'm certain you can find your way to a better future. You mean in my next life? I do. I'll trust you know what you're talking about. Then, and burn your advice into my soul. Don't look away. Please do. I'm glad to have met you. If there is next life, I'd like it if we could be friends. Just so you know, you'll never convince me to go on walks around the lake or take naps out in the sun. What makes... That makes you sound like a very gloomy, unpleasant person to be around. Just joking. Thank you. You're welcome. You know, you kept telling me you weren't an angel, but you actually are, aren't you? I promise you, I am a regular man. You told Morgana you were an angel. Angels and demons don't get along very well, so I'd rather not run into you in my next life. I appreciate what you did here, though. I'll do my best to be more human next time. Please do. If I repeat to myself what you told me, what I need most is restraint. As I make my departure from this world, then maybe I won't forget it, even if I lose my memories. Burn it into my soul. I'd rather like that. I think I'll follow the boy's lead there. That would be best. And I'll be praying that, even if you aren't capable of love, you'll be able to live a peaceful life with a good woman who loves you. That you'll be able to make her happy by doing so. I still think she'd be better off never knowing me. Whether you want her to or not, she's almost certainly going to meet you and fall in love with you. You know, now that I think about it, she's not as normal as I first thought. She's a peculiar woman. I can't say I disagree. Well, I guess this is goodbye then. That it is. Yo, Jacopo, how's it going? Are you feeling redeemed? Because you're not. I know everyone else is doing it, but I've got nothing to say to you. I didn't expect you would. Ha! Though I suppose I do have something I'd like to say to you. Get dunked on! Pew, 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 pew! And what might that be? Be more open with yourself. If you had only put your feelings into words, things would have turned out differently in both this life and your next. Coming from you, a man who looks even more closed off than me, that rubs me very much the wrong way. Do I really look that closed off? In more ways than one, yeah. That part of me is deeply ingrained. You telling me to open up won't magically disentangle my personality and make it be. I don't think you're as twisted as you believe you are. I'll consider it. If this next life nonsense you're selling is true. Please do. Lord have mercy. One hell of a man certainly busted his way into my life. The last thing I expected from an outsider was for an outsider to be the one to get us to open that door. Price of work for one man. It was not only my doing. I had the help of a number of people. And it was you, Giselle, who did the most in getting me here. Okay. For a second I thought that was a really weird phrase sentence, but it did not mean what I was first understanding it to mean. Anyway, I'm not as big a man as the three of you make me out to be. Before this, I'd lost so much I felt utterly powerless. I was on the verge of abandoning all hope. But having the opportunity to meet all of you, to spend time with you and the people around you, it did a great deal to revitalize my spirit, despite the atrocities involved. So I thank you. I pray your next lives may turn out better. I suppose we should get going then. Off to pay for our crimes, to relieve her soul of some of its pain, and I suppose to make sure the next lives go a little better. Let's. Ah! He places his hand on the large door, then takes a step forward. The door lets out a heavy groan, and moonlight slips through the widening crack. It's all over now. I did it. I changed the past. I'm still not sure that's exactly what's happening, but sure. Oh. There goes. Oh. What? What the hell? Hey. What I see beyond the door is not the nighttime courtyard. The sun hangs high in the sky, shining down on the blood-soaked grass. Why? What's going on? That's when I notice. The weight of Morgana's body is gone from my arms. And then... Out in the courtyard. Mel. Nellie. I see a flaxen-haired girl vomit blood and fall to the ground. The young man kneels over to her and takes his own life. No! There are dead and dying townsfolk all around the nun. The swordsman is skewered as he scrambles to reach her. At the door just to my back. Jacopo. The Lord lies unmoving, slumped against the wooden frame in a pool of blood. How can this be? We were all just talking not a minute ago. How the hell did we go from that to this? Why? Why, damn it? I changed the past, did I not? I steered them away from this outcome. I changed. Oh. That's... What is this? As much as I don't want to believe it, it makes sense. The sense that something wasn't quite right I've been feeling ever since I got here. The darkness that swells up when I touch the necklace. You know, I was never in the past at all. Yeah. Kinda called that one. This isn't the real world. It's the realm of the dead. the same domain in which the cursed mansion resides. Which is why when I arrived here, something felt off, because death filled the air. Somewhere deep down, I could sense the similarity between here and the mansion, that gathering place of departed souls. It was never possible for me to travel back in time, to exist and interact with the real past. I was able to summon the darkness because this isn't the real world, merely a reconstruction, a projection of their souls' memories. It was all set in stone long ago. None of the time I spent with any of them was real. Every emotional moment I thought I shared with them was all an illusion. None of my conversations, none of the smiles I managed to get out of them were real. I was never there. I was never present in the past with them. I'm currently sometime after that, sometime beyond the era Morgana lived. Beyond the 17th, 18th, 19th centuries. What I spoke of as their next lives was actually their past lives. All three tragedies are history. Immutable, irreversible history. There's nothing to change anymore. Okay, clap, clap, clap. I am glad that they stuck to their guns and the past was not changed. Because honestly, I feel like it would have damaged the integrity of the story. But they didn't do that. Although, I think I said it before, I was feeling the whole time that the whole going to the past thing was just to demonstrate to modern Morgana, like, what they're going through and allow her to, like, let go of her hatred. Not necessarily forgive them, but let go of her hatred. She can forgive Mel if she wants, but probably not the other two. What then? Did I fight so hard to achieve? What did I accomplish by warning them of their next lives, by convincing them to endeavor to take different paths? Nothing? Was it all for nothing? I go limp at the sight of it all, dropping to my knees, sending ripples through the sea of blood. Morgana, the girl who called me an angel and asked me to deliver her unto her father, is still chained up inside the tower. What did I accomplish? What purpose did anything I do serve? Was it all just a big damn waste of time? No, it's pretty entertaining. But my cries go unanswered, simply fading into dead air. Giselle, who kept me going for so much of this ordeal, is still silent. No, I did accomplish something. It wasn't a waste of time. Everything I did, it wasn't for nothing. I may not have changed the past, and I may not have stopped their tragedies, but I achieved something. I uncovered their stories. I learned the truth of everyone's involvement. You can't take that away from me. I know you're out there, Morgana. I know you've been watching this whole time. You know the truth now. I accomplished that much. That has to change how you see them, at least a little. If the present Morgana has a change of heart, decides to let go of her hatred, and that should cause the cursed mansion to disappear. Set their souls free. I'll take that leap of faith. That what I've done is enough. And make my way back. Believing there's a future for them beyond their tragedies. I'm coming back, Morgana. I'm returning to that house. To that world of blackness seething with hatred. To my present. I'm going to try this once more. An honest attempt to really see you. To face you, Morgana. I'll be there as soon as I can. Kneeling in a puddle of blood, I turn my gaze toward the heavens. The searing sunlight is slowly eroded by darkness. My body, mind, and soul follow soon after. The bloody, corpse-riddled courtyard dissolves. And I find myself once more in an utterly lightless void. I clench my teeth as hard as I can manage, squeezing my eyes as tight as I can, because that's the only way I can keep the screams back, the tears from spilling down my cheeks. Well, Michelle. Open your eyes, Michelle. Come to me. Eh? Is... Okay, for a second I thought that Morgana fused with Giselle, but that doesn't really look like Giselle at all. What? Oh, okay. For some reason I thought that she, like, had black hair and just, like, this was dyed white. I just didn't get a long enough look at it. It's all white. We meet at last. What? Why is the white-haired girl here? Never mind that. Where am I? I was trying to get back to the mansion. How did I end up here? Do you know who I am? Of course I do. How could I not know who you are? Splendid. What are you doing here? Why is there a sword in your hands? And why can I not speak? I was able to return to this gathering place of souls thanks to your efforts. Your uncovering of the truth of those events has transpired so many years ago allowed me to remember everything I had forgotten. To remember who I am. Remember who you are? You mean that you're part of Morgana? My apologies. Bringing your soul here without any preparation has left you in a bit of a nebulous state. But my heart told me that I had to do this now. Though you have no voice, I can feel your presence quite clearly. Oh, Michelle, namesake of the great Archangel Michael, a man of tremendous virtue. I have brought you here to ask for your assistance. I pray you will be able to help me. My request for you is simple. Take this blade, and with it, extinguish my soul. You. What are you? Extinguish your soul? You realize that it's cruel for me to ask, or I realize it's cruel of me to ask this of you. And for that I deeply apologize. But I want it to be you who sets me off. Could you grant this girl her selfish request? That's not why I sought the truth. Not because I wanted to see anyone extinguished, but because I wanted to set everyone free from the mansion's cursed bonds. Because I wanted to put an end to the cycle of pain and suffering. Because I wanted to save every last person caught in this tragic quagmire. That includes you. And you're asking me to eradicate your soul? I must be destroyed. You can't tell me that after everything you've seen, you haven't realized that I have no place in their lives. Whilst it's true Morgana wished for misfortune to befall them, if I hadn't been there, none of their tragedies would have taken place. If I hadn't been there, the flaxen-haired girl would have been able to let go of her yearning for her brother. If I hadn't been there, the shipwrecked merchant's lover would not have lost her place as his tether. I mean, you didn't cause his amnesia. If I hadn't been there, the ambitious businessman would not have been betrayed by his close friend. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. No, Maria was planning it the whole time. That's not true. Why are you acting like it's all your fault? Are you trying to say everyone would be better off without you? I'm not a victim in the tragedies. I am culpable for them. Culpable? Like hell you were. I saw everything from start to finish. You were incredibly innocent. Borderline Mary Sue-ish. Borderline. You didn't intend for anything bad to befall anyone. You always acted out of the good of your heart. You're trying to tell me that makes you culpable? Why don't you say we answer one last lingering question, Michelle? The question of what I am. The explanation might be a bit lengthy, but I'd like to share with you before I depart. You got 20 minutes, white hair girl. It was, as you ascertained, created by Morgana's mind as broken down. As it broke down in that tower. I was born to be a receptacle for her pain, to ease her suffering. But there's more to the story than that, Michelle. Upon her death, Morgana's soul was afflicted with great pain resulting from the hatred and resonance she bore. The fact that she viewed herself as a saint only served to amplify that agony. Her identity as a saint gave her purpose in life, while simultaneously constraining her. A saint must put herself second to all others. She must be caring, generous, forgiving, and she must not bear any ill will for anyone. That was how she felt deep down, though. That was not how she felt deep down, though. She was not a saint out of the goodness of her heart. She wanted to hate them, but her identity would not allow her. Those two conflicting aspects of herself tore Morgana apart. So she kind of actually has some parallels to Jacopo. Like, he wanted to be nice, but his identity forced him to be a horrible monster. Whereas Morgana wanted to be a horrible monster, but her identity forced her to be nice. Sort of. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. And that's the important thing. It can make sense to you too if you want, chat. But you don't have to agree. She was unable to withstand it. So she took all her saintly characteristics and gave them to me, caring for others, putting herself second, being forgiven. And then she severed that part of her soul. So that's why you always seem so abnormally pure-hearted. I was no longer part of Morgana, but something entirely separate. However, I wasn't me yet either. When you came to the mansion and resurrected Morgana, you resurrected me as well. But I had no self at first. I was, I suppose, not much different than the particles of dust floating around the mansion. But eventually the dust gained its sense of self, taking form as a human soul, and descended into the realm of man and the fate which governs it. What do you think the first thing a new soul wishes for when it is born, Michelle? To live. I wished for a continued existence in this world. In a world where I was never meant to exist. I refuse to accept that there's anything wrong with wanting to live. I just want to live decently, meaningfully. Well, I'm in misery. I'm supposed to remain within Excuse me. I'm supposed to remain within Morgana as a part of her. I was never meant to be a soul of my own. To become one was to turn against the laws of the universe. If you say so. I wish to live. Morgana wished to curse the three men's souls. Though we sought after completely separate things, because we were once two parts of a whole, each of our wishes were shaped by the others. In order for an incomplete soul like mine to survive, it needs something to bind itself to the world, something strong enough to prevent the universe from correcting the anomaly. And so the wish of that anomaly gave birth to yet another anomaly. A house that sat outside the currents of time. One that could descend into the mortal realm at various times and places. And it was that house that served as a tether for my soul. You mean it wasn't Morgana's power that created the mansion, but your own wish? And why did it have to be the house that bound me to the world? Because that was where she lingered, the girl from which I was formed. Which meant that any wish I had the consequence of granting Morgana's with it. The house, having attained perpetuity, served as a place for those reconstructed by Morgana's curse to return to. Furthermore, my connection to her had another consequence. I was the one most affected by her wish. As much as I may have wanted to too good for them to be happy. My fate was dictated by her wish. In that position, my merely showing affection for anyone was damnable. Falling in love was an act of villainy. My very presence malevolent. Don't say that. I was the true witch, the true demon child. Stop talking, please. It should never have been possible for me to have a new life at all. Please stop. The universe must be returned to its proper state, Michelle. Don't talk about yourself like that. I must be erased, and Morgana's soul restored to its original form. But why? I do not belong here. I never belonged here. What's so wrong with wanting to live? The defects must be repaired. You're not a defect. Damn it. Why couldn't I be able to get in a word now, at least? The restoration will not be instantaneous. It took many, many years for me to be formed. And it will take as long, if not longer, for the process to be reversed. But her soul will eventually return to its proper state. And perhaps when her soul is restored, Morgana won't be a human. Perhaps she will be a butterfly resting upon the lip of a flower. Perhaps she will be that flower. Perhaps she will be the breeze in which that flower sways. But whatever form she takes, it will be her, whole and complete. With me gone, no more tragedies should take place. So please take this sword and extinguish me. Put an end to this cycle of misery. I want you to be the one who does it. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Please. Kill me. I can't. Can't hesitate on those or it'll give you a bad ending. You're asking too much of me. Yes, I want to save Morgana's soul. But do you really have to die for that to happen? Is there not some other way? Won't you do this for me? I cannot. I could never take that sword. I know it's unfair of me to ask this of you, but I want it to be you. As selfish a request as it may be, I want the curtain drawn on this ersatz life. Excuse me? You're making me Google words at this point?
Ersatz.
Ersatz of a product made or used as a substitute, typically an inferior one, or something else. Not real or genuine. There's a word. There's a synonym for substitute, and it doesn't ever get used in Fate Stay Night? Are you joking? How did that word not come up? There's so much about fakes and substitutes about Fate Stay Night. Maybe it did show up and I just forgot. Ersatz. I want the curtain drawn on this ersatz life. By the man I admire so deeply. You admired me? Let's talk a little bit about that admiration, shall we? We're still not at the 10-hour mark. We gotta draw it out. And where I got my physical appearance. This goes back to when I was a mere particulate matter drifting about the house. While I still had no mind of my own at that point, I witnessed everything that took place within the house. And in the moment of your death, Michelle, I was born. You saw my death? Your actions that day appeared to me as the very definition of selfless and honorable. Your life bore many similarities with Morgana's. You were both abused, imprisoned, called a witch. But while Morgana sought vengeance, you watched your own mother burn your crucified body, and you wished for release rather than revenge. There's nothing honorable about that. I just lost all hope for myself. I expect you'll disagree with me and say that it was a sign of your weakness. That was not how I interpreted it. self-sacrifice being one of the core characteristics Morgana gave to me, I was deeply moved. You didn't curse those who had wronged your life. You chose your own destruction. And I admired that strength of spirit. The admiration helped me to shape my wish, to determine the form I would take, the name I would have. That's why, whenever I gained a physical body, it was modeled after yours, with snow-white hair and ruby-red eyes. I could walk through walls, disappear, and fly. Wait, that's not right. Why my name was always Michelle, after the same archangel from whom you took yours. I'm in no way worthy of anyone's admiration. My admiration caused both you and the woman you loved a great deal of pain, and for that I apologize. But it also shows just how much I wanted to be like you. I would ask for you, if you'd be so kind, to consider this a great favor. Starry-eyed little girl. A girl who quite literally idolized you to her very soul. Don't. I couldn't ask for a greater honor. How can you tell me that? Than to be erased from the world by you, my idol. That's kind of messed up, Michelle. White hair girl. Don't be like that. Men asked me to kill you? Please, Michelle. You're the one to send me off. I can't do it. No matter how many times you ask, I can't kill someone who's told me they wanted to live. You know what it's like to wish for life? I don't know if you realized it yet, Michelle, but this is the first time we've actually met. The story of the fourth door was Morgana's creation, which means that until now we've never met, but in the same place while both aware of the other's presence. Yeah, I knew that. At no point was I convinced that... I mean, at least after the fourth door, there was no point at which I was convinced that it was real. Because, come on. What? My memory's not that bad. Come on. As far as you should be concerned, I'm a complete stranger, yet still you hesitate. I'm glad that you're reluctant, but you've shown me enough sympathy. I don't consider you a stranger at all. Indeed, this is the first time we've formally met. But I've watched you go through so much. I've seen you there. I've seen you live three different lives. I've seen the impact you had on the people behind all three of those doors. You're in no way a stranger. With my erasure, Morgana's soul will eventually become whole again. Her curse and the eternal cycle of agony it brings will be no more. Can't we erase the other half of the soul and make it form into you, though? Wouldn't that be better? When I am gone, everything will return to its rightful place. I implore you, do not hesitate any longer. Are there really no other options? Is killing you really the only way to make things right? To release everyone from this curse? I'm delighted to have finally been able to meet you. The man after whom I modeled myself. I'm incapable of taking my own life, Michelle. God's teachings prohibit it, and as such my identity as a saint prevents me from doing so. I feel like it's also a sin to ask someone else to kill you. I'll get back to you on that, though. No, I don't want you to commit suicide. I want to find some way for you to live, to remain part of this world. I know that by asking you this, I'm causing you great heartache, and for that, I offer you my sincerest apologies. But so long as I continue to exist in this world, Morgana can never truly have redemption. Tell me, who is it you've been fighting so hard to save? It doesn't mean that I didn't want to save you too. I believed I could save everyone summoned to the mansion, that no one would have to suffer anymore. That there would be no more tragedies. Michelle, take the sword, please. Dot 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 doesn't mean I'm doing it, right? If I wait, does it? Okay. Worry not, Michelle. Doing this will allow you to save everyone. You'll cast off the darkness inhabiting the house, set all its prisoners free, give Morgana her salvation. And give me mine as well. Extinguishing my soul will be my salvation. I've had a full, satisfying life, even if every moment of it was rooted in iniquity. Iniquity? Immoral or grossly unfair behavior. I suppose that's fair. I had well beyond my share of happiness. I don't need any more. Oh, Michelle, namesake of the great Archangel Michael, a man of tremendous virtue, I ask of you to please draw the cycle of misfortune to an end, to take this blade and deliver everyone from their fates. It must be you, Michelle. You must be the one to do this. No. Nope, this is the screen that we sit and wait on. Do I need to go make myself a snack? I actually don't need to. I still got my Nilla wafers right here. No. Alright, Gabe. You have until I finish eating my handful of Nilla wafers. Okay? I'm waiting. There's 3 left. Last one game. Alright, I'll take the sword, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna hit you with it. Thank you, Michelle, for having the strength to do what must be done. And I apologize for putting you in such a difficult position. Once my soul has been erased, I will be gone from this world forever. I will not return, not in this or any other form. I feel no woe in that knowledge, though. No woe, though. I welcome my destruction with the utmost of joy. However, it wouldn't be too much to ask for you to keep just a little bit of me in a corner of your soul, Michelle. To remember me. To remember the life I lived. Gotta make it all worthwhile. I have a feeling that there's another ending where you like sit and wait at that choice for like 10 minutes. That seems like something this game would do. But you know, right now I don't quite have the patience for it, believe it or not. Thank you, Michelle. You may very well be a genuine Inchuru? Opposite of Debiru? Whiteness surrounding me evaporates. I find myself back in the observation tower. I can still feel my hand. In my hand, the impact of the sword piercing her breast. Damn it. Why couldn't there have been some other way? Oh, come on. Racing a soul is not salvation. God damn it all. She deserved better. So much better than that. Good. No. Now is not the time to grieve. There's work to be done. A girl to whom I must offer the chance for salvation. I mustn't cry over the white-haired girl's death now. There are things I need to take care of first. Morgana. How's it going, Morgana? Long time no see. Morgana stands there, staring off absently into the distance. After some time, she slowly turns to face me. What exactly was all that about? Come on, say something. Answer me! Morgana? How? It doesn't make any sense. He and the Lord, they couldn't. There were two different lords. One at the estate and the one who locked you in the tower. How? What was he doing there? It's not... I didn't... The man I was trying to curse was the Lord who threw the blood sabbats. How did I... Are you saying I remember wrong? That's ridiculous. I won't hear it. I won't have it for a second. You were in a very tenuous condition, Morgana. More than even you realize. You can't assume everything you saw in that state of mind to be true. Why? Just why? That only makes it that much worse! Truth sucks, Morgana. Why would he do that? How could he kill me? He said he would show me the world. I cried for him, and he turns out to be the one pulling the strings. You saw what led to this. You heard what he had to say for himself. Misunderstandings that went unresolved. That should have been cleared up immediately. What he did was wrong. Indefensible as far as I'm concerned. Agreed. This all could have been avoided if he had told you everything. That said, Morgana, I can somewhat sympathize with how he felt then. You can sympathize with that monster? In what way? He loved you. Sincerely, he loved you. And to be the target of such vitriol from a girl he cared so deeply about, to be mistaken for someone else entirely, I can understand how that would have hurt. It doesn't matter. That doesn't change anything. Like I said before you started all this, it doesn't change anything. Does this revelation change what happened to me? Does it make me any less of a hate-filled witch? What does it matter if he had his reasons? What does it matter if he's not who I thought he was? It doesn't change the fact that I despise him with every fiber of my being. It's time to let go, Morgana. I met with the white-haired girl. I know her true nature. That's not me. I didn't do that. You're right, I cannot definitively say that you and the white-haired girl are one and the same. However, I can say with certainty that she was part of you. A creation of your broken spirit. The fact remains that she was closer to you than anyone else, in every sense of the word. Can you see the situation you're in, Morgana? The terrible, tragic irony of it all? You've cursed yourself along with everyone else. You brought ruin to a life of your own creation numerous times. You murdered yourself. It's time to let go, Morgana. There's only pain to be found in continuing down this road. Morgana. We take a step toward her, and she steps back, quietly maintaining our distance. I can almost hear trembling in her voice as she says, "Stay back. You stay away from me." You have nothing to be afraid of, Morgana. I won't hurt you. I said stay back, you... I bet you think this is hilarious. That I'm blind and a fool. Morgana. Yes, good on you, my dear. You revealed my big secret. That I'm a feeble-minded little girl with a poor memory. You've uncovered the truth of my death. Discovered the white-haired girl's true identity. I always presumed she was you. How foolish of me. Laughing like I knew anything. Cursing the entirely wrong man. Absolutely brilliant, you might say. I've made myself into quite the laughingstock. I'm not going to laugh about your pain, Morgana. Come to realize that perhaps I empathize with you out of more than just our shared loneliness. We were both yoked with unimaginable misfortune. Lived our lives in lamentation of our fates. I understand your pain. That boat has long since sailed. You're right, it has. This is a realization I should have come to much sooner. Though you said it wouldn't have mattered. I still should have made an effort to get to know you in life. I feel guilty about how I constantly pushed you away. So I'd like to make it up for that now. I approach Morgana and stretch out toward her. She stands there bewildered as I place them on her shoulders, pulling her in. Not for my own comfort, as I had so many times before, not out of some pretend sense of pity for sad pile of bones. I embraced her, and all the pain and loneliness she holds inside. Her body gives off no warmth, and it's weightless as the skeleton all those many years ago. She, like me, lost so much in life. But unlike me, she had no one there in her final moments. It's alright, Morgana. Everything's okay now. The tale behind the fourth door may have been a fabrication, but the creator's soul is always somewhere to be found in her creations. Knowing the inseparable link between her and the white-haired girl, that's where I'll find what I'm looking for. I'm here for you. You're not alone, Morgana. We can end all the suffering together. It's going to be okay. What's wrong with you? Have you completely lost it? Do I need to remind you of everything I've done? Of all the pain I've caused you? No reminders necessary. You did quite a number on me indeed. Then do you want to tell me how we went from that to you holding me? You didn't do what you did out of a particular grudge against me. Of that much I was always certain. So I hold nothing against you. I bear no ill will. Nor, I'm certain, does Giselle. You're much too forgiving. I imagine there's nothing about having experienced the kind of pain we have that makes it hard to harbor any ill will toward one of our kind. Shared trauma or not, you and that woman really are something. God, there are no words. How much you irritate me. The bite slowly drains from Morgana's voice. And in the quiet, I think I hear a muffled attempt to hold back a whimper. I pull away slightly, putting a hand under her chin and lifting her head. She quickly averts her eyes, but doesn't knock my hands away as I reach them. Reach them into her hood, gently setting them against her cheeks. I run my fingers across the exposed flesh, then slowly push back the hood covering her face. Well, look at that. You're quite pretty without your face hidden. I didn't think you were the flattering type. I assure you I'm not. Go on, touch your cheeks. Oh! Look at her! Look at her. She is pretty. Now this is the girl you're always meant to be. Morgana had a less harrowing life. This is probably what she would have looked like at 16. Maybe a little bit less angry, though. You know, you look a little like the white-haired girl. We look nothing alike, I can assure you of that. She was the very antithesis of me. Though she was also once a part of you. The last thing I want is to be like her in any way. And why is that? Because I never liked that girl at all. Always putting others before herself. Just watching her was aggravating. Although, in retrospect, she was everything about myself I deemed unnecessary. So that might explain why it was so hard to watch. Also, I was so sure she was you, which made it all the more frustrating. Why would her being mean bother you so much? Because that wasn't you. You're aggressive, you yell, you fight. Is that how she saw me? How wouldn't it bother me that you came back as a quiet, passive, subservient girl? Of course, now that I know it wasn't you, so... You were that sure it was me, despite thinking we're nothing alike? Apparently so. Hold on a second. Why would that bother you? I'll let you figure that one out. It's not important. So you've got my attention. What are you planning to do now? To leave this mansion with you. To set everyone free and break the curse. Setting them free will set you free as well. So you want me to release their souls? Exactly. Just so you know, I haven't forgiven them. My hatred isn't going to just vanish, like it was nothing. I'll never be able to forgive them completely. But, you're right. This has gone long enough. Morgana. I'm not even sure what I'm doing anymore. And it's all your fault. So sure, I'll release their souls. I'm so glad to hear it. However, I don't want to see them alone. I'm not sure I'll be able to set them free if I have to face them on my own. That won't be a problem. I'll go with you. We'll go see them together. You get to be my guide this time, then. Get to take up Giselle's old mantle. Oh my gosh, this sounds like a whole thing that I do. Even if it means taking this hand. Spooky. It's big spookums. You honestly think I have any reservations about that? God, I swear. You really are the worst. Lead the way, my dear. For a second, I thought it said my dude. To where their souls wait. If they're not all in here at the same time, if they're doing this like one at a time, then I am gonna save and quit and finish the rest next time. Oh, we'll see, I suppose. Hand in hand, we travel the cursed mansion's corridors. The halls overflow with darkness, cut off from the sun and devoid of color. Despite having spent much time in this place, it's never stopped being depressingly gloomy. No one for any reason should be left in a place like this. About that. We cross through the living room, making our way back to the back garden door. Oh my gosh. I'm not even hungry anymore. My stomach has given up on telling me that it's hungry. There are no children laughing beyond the door, but I can faintly smell flowers. Michelle, what am I supposed to say to them? If nothing comes to mind, you don't have to say anything. I get the feeling they'll have something to say to you, though. So if you would, try to hear them out. I am not looking forward to this. It'll go fine, I promise. Nothing that happens could possibly make things worse than they already are. The only way to go from here is up, so up we go. Let's go then, I suppose. Where's Giselle? A hollow breeze brushes through the gray-filled rose garden. But this part's not gray. This part's green. Shadow standing there turns toward us. Gradually starts looking more and more like the young man it once was, but no. Morgana? It's okay. We're here just for your soul. Michelle. You forgive me for what I did, Morgana? No, I don't. All this means is that I'm done cursing you. Either way, thank you. I know what I'm doing here now. Or I guess I remember what I'm doing here. I deserve to be cursed after everything I've done to you. It can't have been easy, that's for sure. I'm sorry for all the pain I caused. What's done is done. I guess. Still, I was lying when I said I wanted to be friends. I wasn't lying. I'm sorry. I wasn't lying when I said I wanted to be friends. I meant it. I really did. I know now why you did what you did. Why you sold me out. Some people might say you had no other choice. Oh. I know now why you did what you did. Why you sold me out. Some people might say you had no other choice. But as the girl you actually sold out, those are words you'll never hear from my lips. Fair enough. Nonetheless, objectively speaking, you two were a victim. Do you not resent me for punishing you in spite of that? Huh? I presume you're now able to recall everything, both your first life and the second one I subjected you to, when the house was called Rose Manor. Yeah. What happened then was the result of my wish. You have every right to despise me. The way I see it, with or without your curse, Nellie still would have had the same feelings for me. It was my fault for being too dense to realize that she thought of me as more than a brother. Things would have turned out the way they did regardless. The white-haired girl was the spark that set her off, though. And it was because of me that she ended up at that mansion. My wish was to see your life utterly ruined, in service of that desire. The white-haired girl was born into that era as your half-sister. So I disagree. My curse did play a significant role in your fate. Regardless, I don't feel like it would be right for me to blame you. Things turned out the way they did because I was weak and ran from problems instead of facing it. Michelle wouldn't have had to get hurt either, if only I'd had more of a spine. I guess calling her Michelle is kind of confusing with Michelle here, huh? How should I refer to her then? Girl Michelle, maybe? Creativity is not your strong suit, is it? She wouldn't happen to be around, would she? She has departed from this world. Or perhaps it would be better to say she has returned to her rightful place in it. The girl you knew as Michelle is gone forever. Ah, that's too bad. I was hoping I could apologize to her too. I believe you've made your feelings quite clear. Not that she would hold a grudge against you if you didn't apologize. It's simply her nature. Oh. Well, Morgana, I'm so sorry for everything. I'm going to free your soul from the bonds of this cursed mansion, after which it should return to its rightful place. Okay. But before that, I've got one last thing I'd like to say to you, Michelle. To me? It was a little hazy, but you did kind of get... I did kind of get to see what you were up to until just a little bit ago. If you hadn't done what you did for me, for Nelly, for Morgana, for everyone, I'm not sure I would have been able to work up the guts to apologize. I'm pretty sure I would have still been convinced I wasn't at fault. It may not have been real, but your effort wasn't in vain. Thank you. You're welcome. Well, I guess this is goodbye. Alright, what's another half hour, right? This can't last longer than another half hour, right? Farewell, Mel. Until our souls cross paths once more in the boundless sphere of fate. Goodbye, Morgana. See ya! Wouldn't wanna see ya! You don't have to tell me that he wasn't a bad person. Bad people aren't the only ones who do bad things. That's true, yes. But having a conscience can be a double-edged sword. Regret so overwhelming you don't want to believe you could do something so awful that some outside force must be to blame. So I hope you're willing to accept at least part of his apology. Lead the way, my dude, to where the next soul awaits. Alright, that wasn't too long. So another 10 minutes for Beastia, another 10 minutes for Jacopo, and then another probably 20 minutes for Giselle or something. The staircase leading to the cellar is quiet. The air is still. No sound of flesh being devoured, no stench of blood, just darkness reaching ever downward. I'm going to have to ask you to go in first this time. I don't mind, but why? I'd rather not be skewered. You'll be fine, I'm sure. I doubt he'll attack. I can't say I'm anywhere near as confident as you. So you get to be my meat shield, should anything go wrong. Ah, so that's what I am to her. We may not have bodies, but we are still capable of feeling pain. You don't have to remind me. I have to say, I'm surprised you actually made it to the top of the tower. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Half and half. Regardless, don't assume you're safe just because you're already dead. If you were to attack and destroy your soul, you would be erased for all eternity. Is that how it works? If another ghost kills you, then you are super dead? There'd be no coming back in any shape or form after any amount of time. Just something to keep in mind. I'm not worried. You shouldn't have any trouble talking to him. If you say so, then off we go. I push open the cellar door. Behind it, a shadow of a man sits on the floor, leaning against a stack of boxes. He slowly rises to his feet upon hearing us enter. And as he does, the blackness dissolves away, revealing the man. I almost didn't recognize you. Your face, it's not how I remembered. It's back to normal. It's back to normal. I see. So you weren't a witch. You're a pretty human girl. You look a little like the blind girl. No, I do not. Not one bit. If anything, he looks far more like her than I. White hair, red eyes. They even have almost the same name. I think comparing her to a large, dour-looking man is a bit disrespectful. Don't pretend you look any more approachable. He's not even half the man you think he is. Was that really necessary, Morgana? He is a man. He's indisputably a man, no matter what reason you have to claim otherwise. Actually, angels can be male or female? Can angels be male or female? Can you please cut out with the angel thing already? So. What's happening? Sorry. What brings you two down here? We're here to free your soul. You're forgiving me? Absolutely not. However, I've decided there's no point in punishing you any further. I see. You are, in no uncertain terms, one of the most evil men I've ever encountered. I can hardly argue with that. Should you so desire, I can eradicate you. Morgana, what are... Let me finish, Michelle. Instead of letting your soul return, I can erase it. Your existence is a scar on the world. The allure of killing is too strong for you to resist. Even without my curse, you would bring pain and misfortune on others. You're right. That would probably be for the best. The world would be better off without me. And I know that. I do. But I don't want to disappear. As you wish. Then I will release your soul. Before I go, allow me to burn this into my soul. You must resist temptation if you are to blend in. So in my next life, I won't be a killer. Yeah, Beastia. Look at me. I resist killing people all the time. My body count is extremely low. You need to learn from me. I suppose it's worth trying. Do your best. I will. Farewell, Yukimasa. Until our souls cross paths once more in the boundless sphere of fate. Farewell, Morgana. peace, not the only one who derived pleasure from others' pain. Morgana. It's strange. Setting them free, it will feel like a weight's been lifted, and like I'm the greatest villain of them all. Perhaps by forgiving them, you can come to forgive yourself. That face. But if I forgive them, which doesn't make everything I've done up to now a mistake, it's okay. The first step towards moving on. Could you forgive those who wronged you then? The woman who tormented you? Your brother who made a mockery of you? Your eldest brother who took your life? Your mother, so unwilling to accept you that she burned you at the stake? The villagers who falsely accused you of being a witch? Your father, who raped the woman you love? Oh, I guess I'm not avoiding saying that word anymore. Oops. Could you forgive them? If they were willing to repent. And if they weren't? What if they showed up intent on causing you more pain? Then I suppose I'm not acting much better than any of them right now. Let's go. We have one more soul to free. Alright, Jacopo, what do you have to say for yourself? There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Is Giselle really there with you? Because I can't sense her at all. If she were in the mansion, I would know. I can't feel her presence anywhere. Be honest with me. You can't feel her either, can you? You sure her soul hasn't extinguished? She's here, I'm certain of it. Lost somewhere deep in the mansion's darkness. Once we purge that darkness, she should be free to return. I have faith in her. I see. Well, I'm not sure how much this means coming from me, but I hope you see her again. But I'm mad about it. I will. And thank you. Blah. I'm actually rather fond of her, Giselle. Although I suppose it's hard not to get a little attached to someone you've spent several hundred years with. Just attached. Oh. Giselle, she's fairly fond of you herself. I can only hope. Not sure about that. The smell of cigarette smoke seeps through the cracks in the den door. It's perfectly quiet behind it, however. No chatter or clacking of billiard balls. Morgana appears slightly reluctant to step through the door, or perhaps she's tense? Shall we? Her hand in mine. I push open the door. A shadow is perched on the edge of a dark green rectangular table. He freezes for a moment when he hears us enter. Quickly finding his composure and marching towards us, determination in his step. The shadows dissolve, revealing the man. Morgana. Your face, it healed. It did. It's been a long time coming. Would you look at that? Not a letdown. Okay. Was it him that healed you? Yes, it was him. Well, I'll be. I always hoped I'd be the one to have the honor. You lost that qualification when you... Yeah, I know. I'm the one who made you into the witch. The one who killed you. I don't expect or deserve your forgiveness. I'd still like a chance to make amends in any way you wish. Even if it means being cursed for all eternity. I'm here to release your soul. Once that's done, that's it for me. No curses, no forgiveness, nothing. Huh. So you're cutting ties completely. Damn. Truthfully, I had no idea how you felt about me. But that ship sailed long ago. Oh, I'm sure people still ship it. Far, far too long ago. I know. Nothing can change how I feel about you. Not anymore. I bet. I'm going to release your soul now. Would you hold off on that for a moment? Don't expect you to reciprocate or even accept. But if I don't put my feelings into words, I'll never get them through to you. I think that's how she put it anyway. So I ask for this one last chance to put them into words. Morgana. Fine. The girl with the white hair, my wife. Michelle, whatever. Something about the name always felt off to me. I could never shake the feeling that calling her that was somehow wrong. When I first saw that smile, I was dead certain that what had always been missing from my... I was dead certain that she was what had always been missing from my life. That I finally had found what I'd been searching for. And now, I know why. Because I felt you in her. The memories of you ingrained on my soul. You should know better than anyone that we're nothing alike. That girl wouldn't say anything remotely impolite even if you held a knife to her throat. You're right, you're nothing alike. But you've both got this aura about you that drew me in. Your soul's aura. I loved you dearly, Morgana. I've got no right to ask anything of you, I know. But could you maybe smile for me? Just once is all I ask. I can't do it. I should. I know I should. That it would let us end things on a nice note. I can't force myself to smile. It wouldn't be fair. Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for putting you in that position. I've said my piece. I'm ready now. Okay. Very well then. Farewell, Jacopo. Until our souls cross paths once more in the boundless sphere of fate. Give me a sprite of him crying. Give me a sprite of him crying. Ah, no, not a smug smile, boo. Fine. I wanted him to, like, emotionally break down as he faded away. It would have given me catharsis. You couldn't have done anything more for him? Such as? I won't deny that my feelings about him are complicated. But the things he did to me, they eclipse all of that. Can't really blame you. Merely learning the truth, hearing how he felt, is nowhere near enough to erase that. Couldn't you at least put a little hope in your next life? Then maybe you two could try again. No, I can't. I don't want to encounter him again, ever. Then, if nothing else, could you try not to forget that he did save you once? I suppose. Though my salvation, Michelle, was not ultimately at his hands. I was watching to the very end. It may all have been an illusion constructed from the memories of everyone's souls. But that didn't make your actions any less real. The things you said to me, your earnest desperation. Learning the truth is only partly why I decided to release their souls. The biggest reason, however, was seeing how far you went for me. If you hadn't been there for my death, if you hadn't done what you did, then I would not have freed them. Nonetheless, is it unfair of me to wish that you'd shown him that smile instead, Morgana? Well, that's the last of them. Shall we be off now? The front door should open, now that I'm not willing it closed any longer. Shall we take our leave of this house? One more stop to make? That would be the mirror, I think. There's still one more soul that needs releasing. Be my guide. Alright, I've been trying to think of who Mirror Man could be. I'm honestly at a loss. My best guess is Dieter. But I don't know why his soul would be trapped in the mansion, because he didn't die there. Still holding Morgana's hand, I make my way to the wall, where the landscape paintings hang. Wait, is Painting Man the original Lord? No, that couldn't be right, because Evie said she likes Painting Man, and there's no one who could possibly like original Lord. You told me to come back if I ever figured out your name. George. Oh, it was George! Not Dieter, it was George. That makes sense. He was a painter. He was inside a painting. Why was George inside the mansion, though? Hey, I'm Michelle. Hello. How'd you figure out it was me? Of course I'd recognize my own brother. Well, granted, I didn't recognize you at first. It's not every day your big bro winds up as a painting, huh? Well, it's not every day your big bro winds up as a painting, huh? It came as quite the surprise when I finally made the connection. I'll bet it did. Hold on a minute. You two are brothers? I assumed you knew. Oh, hello there. Quite the companion you've got there, Michelle. So what brings you to my little corner of the house? I decided I'm going to extinguish the mansion. Oh, really? Well, isn't that something? You act like I just told you what I'm having for supper. This place is going to disappear forever. Well, yeah, sure, but what brought about this? I've lost the interest in cursing them. Ah, now that's some good news. You seem to get along surprisingly well with her. Time out the hoo-ha and nobody else to talk to will do that to you. Oops. That was a mistake. Not that she ever gave me much the time of day. You expect me to stand here and listen to you rammer for hours on end? The only thing you're good for is tossing rubbish into. Wait, so she was the one who put the master bedroom key in the painting? That she was. She just tossed her right on in without even asking. Why would you get rid of the key to my room? I had no use for it. And being in that room always made me uncomfortable. It has this terrible warmth to it. I couldn't stand it. Ah. Sure glad she only tossed the key, though. Would have been bad if she'd thrown me out with it. I didn't see the need. Not really sure how the mechanics of trapping people in paintings works, but sure. I guess this all makes sense. I did find it curious that there was a soul here I hadn't summoned, but you were ultimately harmless, so I simply pretended you weren't there. So she ignored him for hundreds of years? I understand what you meant, Michelle, when you said this world didn't belong only to me. Your brother was able to find his way here, because it's a place deeply bound to your soul. I'm no expert of none of this spiritual stuff. All I know is one day I was just here. Here and full of regret. If I had to guess, I'd say I probably ended up here because I wanted to be somewhere I could feel you, Michelle. George. Would you be so kind as to let me apologize? You know quite well how sorry you are. And you've already apologized once besides. I went for years not seeing you, not hearing from you, not having any idea what you thought about me. So when I got that painting, it was a huge blow to me emotionally. And talking to you again has reminded me what kind of person you really are, George. You didn't mean to hurt me. No. Honestly, I had no idea what I was doing. Mom said paint it, so I painted it. And when she told me she'd send it off to you, I didn't really think anything of it. Never really crossed my mind to think about how you felt out there all alone. The kind of pain you were going through just 'cause it's the way you were born. When you're not the one on the receiving end, it's easy to be completely blind to your own actions. It never even occurred to me that we'd essentially exiled you, Michelle. Not until it was all over. Really, all I can say is, sorry you got stuck with such a dope for a brother. All I had to do was think about it for 2 seconds and I would have realized what we were doing. And you know, at the time I thought, what's the matter if you're a guy or a girl? You're still you. But I was wrong. It's not that simple. I can only imagine someone coming up to me one day and saying, nah, you're actually a girl. And everyone I care about suddenly not wanting anything to do with me. What a drag that'd be. I'm really sorry, bro. It's okay, George. I forgive you. Thanks. I wanted so badly to see you and Dieter again, George. And while I didn't get that chance in life, I'm so glad I have the opportunity to talk to you now. To hear the things you never got to say. It pains me to see you reduced to this form. But knowing that it's a result of overwhelming regret, that you were just that desperate to find me again, it warms my heart. Murph? What? What on earth was that? Me trying my damnedest not to burst into tears? I don't think it worked very well, though. Does the canvas look wet? Could you feel it for me? I think I'll pass. Not feel enough for any brotherly love? Honestly, I'm relieved to see you're still the same George I always knew. Changing ain't really my thing, after all. I suppose it isn't. This doesn't sit right with me. What? Why not? You're letting off the hook far too easily, Michelle. I know very well how much pain that painting caused you. Oh, that's why he's in a painting. Alright, because it's the painting that he made of Michelle as a girl. that Michelle was all mad about, and so his soul kind of got trapped in there. I feel like it's probably just like a chunk of his soul, like the rest of his soul is off somewhere else. I don't know. Might as well have been what resurrected me. I've moved past that, though. Make him pay for what he did. Scribble on him. Do what? Scrawl your anger all over that ridiculous painting. I'm not angry. Now that's a damn fine idea, if ever I heard one. You most definitely need to make me pay, Michelle. George? Go on, hit me with everything you've got. Scribble away. Even if I wanted to, I've nothing to draw with. Just use your finger and I'll trace it out for you. Come on, what are you waiting for? He really wants me to draw on him, doesn't he? He more than deserves it, Michelle. Bring it on, Michelle. This conversation got bizarre fast. Mimi, how's it going? I am like so close to the end of this visual novel. I'm so close. Maybe. Or maybe it's another 5 hours long. I can't tell. Anyway, how are you doing? Okay. I'll draw on you. Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna let me draw something. Ooh, what's it about? It's about this cursed mansion and these horrible tragedies that happen to people that live here, and the horrible tragedies that happened in the past that caused it to become cursed, and we're kind of resolving it. Yeah, it's really good. I would recommend, if you like visual novels, I would recommend it, and you should probably bow out now so the ending doesn't get spoiled for you. If you ever have any intention of reading it. However, if you don't really read visual novels, then feel free to stick around, because we're about to do some stuff. Oh my. Now that is downright ghastly. What? You might actually have potential, Michelle. Voodoo dolls are the last thing I expected from you. 4 of them at that. And a demonic being alongside them. That's a cat! Ooh, I can just feel your burning rancor, Michelle. Rancor? Do I know the definition of that word? I don't think I do. Well.
Rancor.
Rancor, bitterness, or resentfulness, especially when long-standing. Oh, I guess that's a pretty appropriate word here, huh? That's not what I drew at all. What? What is it? It's not important. Now that that's finished, I think it's time we all took our leave. Oh, can I come too? Well, I might need a little help with that, Michelle. As you can see, walking ain't one of my talents. That's alright, I'll carry you. Careful taking me off my hook! By all means, feel free to drop them, Michelle. Alright, there's only like 1 or 2 more scenes, right? Right. I must say, that is a rather amusing sight. You can smile! I knew it. It's definitely not every day. You see a full-grown man turned painting being hauled down a spooky hall by a little bro. Model's so nice. You guys are so pretty. Oh, thank you. I'm actually getting a 2D model soon, right? I mean, I guess I already have it, but I'm debuting it soon. But don't worry, I will not be retiring this face. I'll still be 3D sometimes. George. Good, you really like the 3D? Oh, well, thank you. I do need to get myself some new clothes at some point, because I am very self-conscious about the fact that I have default Vroid clothes. So I should get some other ones. Granted, I could just stream like this. Would that work? Is this what people want to see? Just the head? I don't think people want to see that. It does make me wonder, though. Are you two really brothers? I have a hard time believing you share even a drop of blood with this obnoxious lout, Michelle. We are brothers, right, George? Well, don't you start questioning it too, Michelle. We're absolutely, positively, 100% brothers. She has a good point, though. We don't even look that much alike. No shocking family plot twists here. I've known you since you were a baby, Michelle. Maybe you were secretly illegitimate, George, not me. You're not gonna let go of this, are you? I'm just playing with you. Oh my god, you just laughed. Yes? What? I didn't get to see it. What was it like? Give me all the details. An ordinary laugh. Is the world ending? It's not that big of a deal. I laugh just like everyone else. No, you most certainly do not. Nope, you definitely don't. Well, so much for my tearful reunion with the brother I always knew and loved. Anyway, since we're breaking character here, how about one for our favorite witch, too? And no cackling, that doesn't count. Excuse me, why would you want me to? Because every time I've seen you smile, it's never been about anything good. That's probably true. Plus, now that you got your face back, you're actually quite the looker. Don't you hate it when you lose your face for hundreds of years? It's nice to finally get it back, though. Go on, give me a big old grin. Not happening. Come on. Okay, fine. If you don't want to do it for me, pretend it's for Michelle. What do I have to do with anything? You can do it for old Michelle, can't you? Show him those pearly whites, girly. She's thinking about it. Look at her. Look at her think about it. Oh, if you insist, I suppose I can smile for Michelle, but only him. Excuse me, was that supposed to be my voice? Because I do not sound anything like that. Ah, look at you all puffy your cheeks and red in the face. George, try not to tease her too much. I don't know how anyone can stand you. It's like every word that comes out of your mouth exists solely to ruin the mood. Just like me! Why is George my spirit animal? You know, maybe it wouldn't hurt to lighten up a bit. This is the end of a long journey. That doesn't mean we have to make it a somber and uptight affair. I'm genuinely not sure how I feel about you, the most somberly uptight man I know, telling me to lighten up. She's got a point. But I'm not that bad, am I? Anyway, shall we be off now? That we shall! The witch and her band of merry men departs. I'm not sure if one person and a talking painting counts as a band. Giselle, I know we'll find each other again. I have faith we will. We'll cast away this mansion's darkness. And then I'll await your return, no matter how long it takes. Yes, I think it's time we took our leave. Where's Giselle, though? Where's Giselle, though? Where's Giselle, though? Having finished what we set out to do and retrieved George as well, we make our way to the mansion's entrance hall. The large door stands there firmly shut, holding in the darkness as it has for countless generations. That time is almost at an end. The door ready to be opened, to end the cycle and begin anew. Being a painting for all these years, I never realized just how big a place this was. All I ever got to see was the hallway and maybe a couple of doors. I mean, talk about dull, you know. Feels like I'm on an adventure, exploring a whole new world. A very, very dark world. George, how are you so chipper? You should be insane from being locked in here for so long. Morgana, would you mind shutting him up? Or, I can't read. Michelle, would you mind shutting him up? If only it were that simple. Can you blame me for being talkative? It was a lonely life. So it would be fine if you had any concept of the appropriate time and place to be chatty. Are you aware where we are right now? The entrance by the look of things. Precisely. The end of a century-long act of vengeance is but a few feet beyond that door. And you're chatting away like it's another day at the court. Try to maintain at least a semblance of gravity, if you would. I'm starting to think you're rather ceremonious, aren't you, Morgana? This is a day to be celebrated, not to be all stiff and no fun allowed. Are you not at all worried? There's no guarantee any hope lies beyond that door. After all, when the mansion disappears, so too will we. And that is the rightful state of things. Our present forms may cease to exist, but our souls will live on. And so long as they do, we will eventually return to the world. Let us press onward, not fearing a temporary end. Well said, Michelle. If I had feet, you'd just swept me right off of them. George, I'm beginning to wonder what would happen if I threw you at the wall. Now, let's not do anything hasty. Oh, for God's sake. You're the guide. So let's go, shall we? Morgana's right. There's a severe lack of gravity to the affair. But thanks to George's lackadaisical nature, whatever fear I had is gone as well. His ever-playful interactions bring me back to when I was alive. To when it was me and my two brothers. Fond memories of the time we had together, the admiration I had for them, and me chasing after them. Nothing could possibly replace those days, and I'm glad I had a chance to reflect on them, if briefly, before the end. I take a few steps forward, stopping in front of the door, and Morgana steps up beside me. I envision the light that lies beyond it, radiant and white, waiting to rip through the darkness. The light we seek, that we've long sought. I take in a deep breath, look up at the door, place my hand on its hard surface, and push it open, welcoming the future it holds. Ah, heck. Spook me. Eh? Burn the witch. What? Crucify the impure. We take one step back, then another. What we find on the other side is not a blinding realm of light, but a churning blackness and the stench of blood and rust. Metal clanks, growing louder with each heavy footstep, and the approaching night. Dieter, you son of... What are you... Get out of here! I don't want to see your stupid mug. Death to the unholy. 3 days and 3 nights hanged upon the cross. Purified by the fires of heaven. Death. What's going on? I never summoned this thing. Even though we're no longer holding hands, I can feel Morgana trembling. She's no longer the witch, the once absolute ruler of this domain, but a frightened young girl. Placing my arm around her shoulder and pulling her in, I stare half dumbfounded at the night. It is our holy duty, as knights of the church, to deliver punishment unto the heathen who made a pact with the devil. Ain't nothing holy about you, Dieter. Get out of here. The night draws nearer and nearer, with his movements sluggish but constant. Dieter. Wait, for real? Crucify the witch. Cast judgment upon the demon. The word witch coming from a delirious, vengeful phantom's mouth. It was far too distressful for Morgana than me. Wait, far more distressful. Well, hold on. What's Dee doing here? Please come to your senses, Dieter. I know it's you. Judgment, crucifixion, execution. No, I'm not a witch. The night is partially obscured by the dark, writhing miasma enveloping him, but he bears the same muscular build as the Dieter I knew in life. And he's unwaveringly determined to see us executed. Dieter. This is not how I had hoped our reunion would go, Dieter. Why, after so very long, is this how the three of us find each other again? Images flashed through my mind. The day I left the Bollinger estate, when Dieter promised me he would one day meet again. Them giving me a hug before I climbed into the carriage. First Dieter, then Georges. Is this my fault? Is he here because I wish to be reunited with my brothers? Is this the way fate chose to grant that wish? Burn the witch. Ah, well, look at that. I guess I'm not your only blockheaded brother, huh? Georges. Before you get any bright ideas, Michelle, it's not your fault our long-awaited family reunion didn't quite go as planned. Just like me, Dee cursed himself. Only it seems his was a whole lot more powerful. God, I really didn't pay a lick of attention to either of you, did I? The unclean witch must be purified from this world. It is my duty. Hey, Dee, are you in there? I shoved a whole lot of crap onto your plate. Keeping up the family name, taking care of Mom, just about everything I could leave to you, I did. I must uphold the honor of the family name. And then when it was all over, I blamed you for killing our little brother. Well, I mean, he did. I was convinced that you could do anything, that you were stronger than anyone. Crucify the witch. I'm sorry, Dee. Burn the witch. He continues his plodding march forward, seemingly unaffected. It's impossible to tell if George's words are getting through to him. Stop, Dieter, please. My words don't seem to be either. Dieter! Bah. He's closing in on us, and we're running out of space to retreat. All right, T, if that's how it's got to be, but just this once, okay? The knight takes another heavy, merciless step towards us. The exit's right there. We're backed up against the wall. The end was almost within our grasp. Yet it seems so hopelessly far away now. Please, Dieter, don't do this. I know you don't actually want to hurt anyone. Dieter! The knight raises his sword, thrusting it forward with a sharp whoosh. Death. But then, breaking free from my grasp, the painting leaps into the air. I'm really sorry. You got stuck with a pair of adults for brothers. Georges! The next set, my eldest brother's blade pierces Georges. Georges! Georges! His form wavers momentarily before fading into the darkness, his voice lingering behind. Don't you worry about me, Michelle. I got my share of redemption already. I know we can be a bit of a pain, but do for D what you did for me, would ya? Hey, that rhymed. Now go on, call out to him. Suck in a big old breath and call out to a brother with everything you've got. Georges? Dieter, why are you like this? It is my duty to punish the impure. To uphold the Bollinger's name. Dieter! Despite having already stabbed Georges, the knight continues his march. Blade pointed straight at me. I clench my teeth and glare at my eldest brother. Running is out of the question. This doesn't have to go on any longer. It is my duty as the eldest son. You deserve to be freed from your bonds as well. Be gone from this world. Dieter! Las Vegas! Shout his name with every ounce of air in my lungs. Yeah, sorry, it's 6 a.m. I'm not gonna do that. His eyes go wide. His blade swerves off course, missing my heart. Ow! And piercing my gut instead. Teeter, it's okay. You can let go now. It's not your responsibility anymore. You have no duty to anything anymore. Teeter! I reach a hand out for my brother. Blood spills from the hole in my abdomen in rhythmic spurts. I can feel something hot rising in my throat. But that doesn't stop me. It doesn't stop my hand crawling through the air toward him. He's my brother. I have to do whatever I can for him. So, if I didn't do the painting earlier, does that mean that this would have been a bad ending and George wouldn't have, like, gotten in his way and Dieter was just showed up and killed you and it would have been a bad ending? That would suck. It would suck to get to here and it's a bad end. He's my brother. I have to do whatever I can for him. Free him. Bring him back. Dieter, there's nothing here. In need of your judgment. With shaking fingers, I clasp my brother's arm. I squeeze, holding on with what vigor remains, and give another shout. Look me in the eyes, Dieter, please. Hear my voice. Hear your brother's voice. I can't stand to lose anyone else. If you don't come to your senses, the George's sacrifice will have been in vain. It's time for you to break free. For all three of us to be free of the curse we placed on ourselves. Dieter, please. I hear a sound that's somewhere between a grunt and a gasp. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. For as tense as this scene is, it is dragging on way too long. They are repeating a lot of lines. Now is not the time to be dragging things out, game. My vision's gone blurry, so I blink hard several times, clearing my eyes to get a better look at him. Dieter. I see his face, twisted in anguish. Michelle. Dieter. Oh, thank goodness. You heard my voice. Did I do this to you, Michelle? It's nothing. I've made the same terrible mistake once more. Dieter, I caused you harm, attempted to take your life. It's alright, Dieter. Michelle. Release yourself from the chains that bind you. But those aren't your duties anymore. You don't have to protect the family name. It always sucked anyway. Or uphold the order's standards. You can do it as you wish. You can do as you wish. Punish me for my wrongdoings. Please, Michelle. Punish me. Dieter. Cast judgment upon me. It's all in the past. Judgment is not necessary for anyone. That doesn't change what I did. I killed you. I hanged you from a cross. I must be made to pay for my sins. Punish me, Michelle. I implore you. Dieter. I think I know now why you never removed your helm that day. Why you remained silent for the whole ordeal. Michelle. You were crying, weren't you? Weeping for me. Your tears were atonement enough for me. Sure. Michelle. You bore a great deal of responsibility in life. As the Bollinger's firstborn, you were obligated to protect the family's honor. And as a knight of the church, you were tasked with the duty of my execution. You had no other choice. I sincerely believe there was nothing else you could have done. I bear no grudge against you, no resentment for the decision you were forced to make. And I certainly don't curse you. Let's just forget it all. It's long over and done. Still, it was a mistake I never should have made. I took the life of the pure soul I know. There is no honor in that. Dieter, I put protecting the family name above protecting my actual family. You trusted me, you believed in me to the very end, and I killed you. I knew what I was doing. I knew you weren't cursed. I knew you weren't a witch. I knew you weren't a demon child. You were never unclean. You're my brother. Your family. And I robbed you of your life. There's no one in this world more unfit to be a knight than me. You don't have to be a knight anymore. You don't have to be the Bollinger's firstborn son. Deciding not to wear those labels won't make you any less the brother I always loved. I'm honored to have been born into the same family as you. Michelle, there's something I never had the chance to tell you. There's something I never had the chance to tell you, Dieter. All my life I looked up to you, admired you, and I still do, even now. If there's next life awaiting us, I hope we can be brothers again, Dieter. Would you mind if I wished for that? No, of course not. Please do. And I hope it will allow me to wish for the same. I love you, Michelle. Dear little brother. Bye. Upon those words, Dieter's phantom begins fading away. A white mist that almost looks like it's made of undulating particles of light rises up around him. Before he's completely enveloped, I catch a glimpse of the tears streaking his cheeks. It's the first time I've ever seen him crying. I attempt to give him a smile in return. But if I were to guess, I'd say it probably looks rather forced. The fact that I'm fighting back tears at the same time certainly isn't doing anything to make it convincing. Alright, if the next scene introduces a character that's not Giselle, then I'm saving and quitting. And we'll pick it up next week. Oh my god. Before he's completely faded away, I wrap my arms around my brother's shoulders, much like he did for me on the day of my exile. Not as an eternal farewell, but as a promise we'll meet again. Dieter, George, right now in this moment, I have no regrets about having been born a Bollinger. All I have is great pride. So I pray that one day, be it 10 or 1,000 years from now, the three of us can be reunited. What's up? You look awful calm after what happened. I've got a number of things going through my mind right now. Morgana. I'm just not sure how to put any of it into words. Don't worry. Those were... Ugh. Don't worry, those words say everything. You can cry if you want. I won't mock you, I promise. No, I won't cry. I'll save my tears for our reunion. Oh, that painting. It didn't have to get itself destroyed. He'll be fine, I'm sure. I have faith. And as you know quite well, wishes do come true. Would you mind giving me a hand, Morgana? I'm going to need a little help getting back up. Yeah, I only use this hand. I don't use my other hand. After a moment's pause, she hesitantly extends her fleshless hand. I clasp the bones, and with her aid, pull myself to my feet. Blood spurts from my guts as I do. My gut, not my guts. There's not much in the way of pain, strangely, only creeping exhaustion. I feel like my legs will give out if I so much as give them the chance. Leaning on Morgana, we make our way back to the entrance. You're not going to disappear, are you? Don't worry, Morgana. I won't disappear. Alright. Let's open the door together. Bring light into this world of darkness. Move forward. Start anew, brighter. Let's... I take in a deep breath. I look up at the door, my eyes on the future. It's time to open the door, not to an ending, but the door to a new beginning. Yeah, but it's the ending though, right? I swear to God. May the world that awaits us. That's a very pixely font. Be filled with light. Immersed in near blinding light, we press onward. It's white in all directions, not the tiniest speck of color to contaminate it. In fact, the concept of direction doesn't seem to exist in this world. Only pure, never-ending light. Actually, no. That's not right, now that I consider it. I was thinking of white as an absence of color. But white, the color, fills this plane. Yeah, black's the absence of color, silly. It's all disappearing. We made the right choice, didn't we? Yes, this is how it is meant to be. Giselle, where are you? Giselle Jelly Do. Where are you? Got some Giselle to do now. If you're Giselle, Giselle Boo. You're a rather impressive man, I hope you realize. Not only did you free 3 trapped souls, you also saved your brother. I didn't do any of that alone. Without help, I doubt I would have made it this far. Would have shattered yet again until nothing was left. And Giselle gave you that strength? She did. So what, you're going to wait here for her? I am. In that condition? I won't let myself disappear before she's made it back. Do you remember the warning I gave you in the mansion? About how if a soul is damaged or destroyed, it's wholly and utterly erased from existence, never to return in any shape or form? If you lose much more blood, that's what will happen to you. What, are we gonna go to a ghost doctor? Get some ghost stitches and ghost bandages? You'll be erased forever. Don't worry, I won't let that happen. You push yourself too hard, Michelle. I feel like you're hurt in some way almost every time I see you. Although I suppose about half that would be my doing. You may have caused me some pain, but I also wouldn't be here without you. What? I mean it. If you say so. Besides, practically only ever seen you hurt too. I suppose so. Whatever form your soul may take in your next life, I'll be praying there's far less pain in it for you. This is why I'll never get along with you. Always concerned about others. Can I ask you something? If you were to be born again, would you want it to be in a fully male body? That's what I've always wanted, so yes, I would. In your next life, if you have one, do you want to see Giselle again? Absolutely, I do. And what if you could only have one or the other? Why? Which would you choose? Do you even need to ask? No, I suppose not. You know, I'm neither a witch nor a saint. Just an ordinary, powerless soul, though. So my wishes aren't likely to cause any more miracles. But I think I'll wish for something anyway. For what? Not telling. Well, I'll be off then. Alright. I didn't think it would be so difficult to come up with parting words. You can say whatever you like. First thing that comes to mind is fine. Okay, then I'll say you do the same thing. I'll say to you the same thing I said to them. Farewell, Michelle, until our souls cross paths once more in the boundless sphere of fate. Farewell indeed. If, however, if by some infinitesimally low chance we do happen to meet again, would you be my friend? Morgana? Absolutely. Wouldn't want it any other way. I'm not a nice person, you know. I'm nothing like the white-haired girl. I'm sure to be off-putting and rude, to cause you much pain and grief. Don't worry. I'm resilient enough to handle a little pain without pulling away. You're fine as you are. You don't need to change. So let's meet up in our next lives and become good friends. Not good friends, and not acquaintances either. Just plain friends, understood? Understood. Why can't we be good friends? I want to be good friends. I'm rather looking forward to it. Now this is goodbye for real, so I suppose I'll part with some uncharacteristic honesty. I'm glad to have you in my life, Michelle, and thank you for everything. Morgana. Farewell. Until our souls cross paths once more. It's so quiet. Really? Music's still going kinda hard. So unbelievably desolate. Giselle, you endured centuries waiting for me to return. I'll wait right here for as long as I must. Oh, I see. Giselle's probably post-credits, huh? Maybe? Oh, we gotta watch the mansion disappear. That's the front door. That's the rose garden, which is still kind of green. I could feel the mansion, the gathering place for the departed, fading away. I did it, Giselle. I broke the curse. I cast off the darkness. I saved Morgana, and all the other souls trapped there. I couldn't have done it without you. I missed you, Giselle. All I want is to see your face, to hear your voice, feel your warmth, tell you how much I love your smile. Goodbye, cellar full of barrels. Where are you, Giselle? I know I said I wouldn't let myself disappear until you came back. And I'm wishing with all my might for my body to hold out. But it doesn't seem to be working very well. I'm coming to realize as I grow weaker that the will of one man is nothing to face. Nothing in the face of the will of the universe. Where are you, Giselle? There goes the fireplace. Oh, there goes... Oh, I can actually make that go faster by scrolling. Lol. Maybe I shouldn't, but I can. I can see right through my hands, Giselle. My lower body, it's already gone, and the rest of it is following. Oh, you'll still be able to find me, even without a body. There's the door. Fade away. There's the top of the watchtower. I've lost my voice now, Giselle. I don't have much left to lose. I'm dissolving into the light. Say my name, Giselle. I want to hear you. Say my name. I'm here, waiting for you. There goes that door. There goes the library thing. Wait, is that the library? No. That was stained glass. I don't know. There goes that place. Part of the church? Where are you, Giselle? Am I making it through to you? Even a little? I need you. I can't allow myself to disappear until you've returned. There's the bedroom. There's the other bedroom. Giselle. There's whatever that is. Ah, the stained glass of Michael. Goodbye, Michael. Dark. Dark and dark. Michelle. Oh, Giselle's waiting in the dark. See, Michelle was waiting in the light, and Giselle was waiting in the dark. That's why they couldn't find each other. Finally. I finally found you. I'm sorry it took so long. Don't worry, Michelle. I know that's you. I'll always be able to recognize you, no matter what. You don't have to be afraid. I wouldn't have made it out if it weren't for you, Michelle. A ray of light reached deep into the darkness, all the way down to where I was lost. It was a light more radiant than anything I've ever seen. So much more I couldn't hold back my tears. Even though I don't have a physical body, my tears are still functional, don't worry about it. You fought so very hard. You broke the mansion's curse, released it from the darkness. I was right about you. You are strong, immeasurably so. Can you hear me there, Michelle? I'm sorry for keeping you waiting so long, for letting you deteriorate like this. But thank you. Thank you for waiting. Now it's time for us to return back to our rightful places. So please, Michelle, don't disappear on me. Don't let your soul's flame be extinguished. I beg you, keep holding on. There's still so much I need to tell you. I want to hear your voice. I want to feel your arms around me once more. I don't care when, as long as I have that someday. So that means I need you to not disappear on me. Michelle. Michelle. That's a good CG. I believe in you, Michelle. I believe you're still there. That you're still holding on. So I ask that one day you'll come to take my hand again. In the spin-offs slash sequels, The House in Fata Morgana. Well, what do I say? What do I even say? Numbers. You want numbers from me, right? You want me to score it? Um, dang. I'll say, alright, the ending did drag out a bit, but arguably the whole thing... Oh, wait, it was Age of Death. Giselle, Age of Death 21. Morgana, Age of Death 16. Jacopo Berzati, Age of Death 26 and 67. Yukimasa Aida, Age of Death 25. Mel Rhodes, Age of Death 17 and 24. Wait, Mel died at 24 years old? Why? He just went to go serve as a monk. Maria Campanella, Age of Death 24. Pauline, Age of Death 22. Nellie Rhodes, Age of Death 14 and 18. Nellie died at the end of Door 1? I did not read Nellie and Mel dying. I'm not, that doesn't seem right. Dieter, Age of Death 37. George, Age of Death 42. But yeah, you want me to score it out of 10? Ending dragged, but the whole thing dragged, but it's still really good. So 9 out of 10. I'm not gonna call it a masterpiece. At least I'll need to sit on it for a while, let it mull over in my brain before I try to call it a masterpiece. This post-credit scene better be like 5 minutes long or less. It's gonna murder something. Hello, anybody in there? Class about to start. Unless I checked, the teacher never came in through the window. Oh, right, just a second. You've been doing that a lot lately, just staring out the window. Watching for something or just spacing out? There's this girl who's usually out there around this time every day. Right over there, see her? Ah, that one? Looks like she goes to junior high a few streets down? That's what I thought. But look at her hair, that flaxen color. It's almost the exact same color as mine. I can't get her out of my mind. Oh, really? If you're that interested, why not go have a chat sometime? I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Obviously, you've got to go with the old classic, hey, baby, want to get some ice cream and hang out? Is that a thing? That sounds like a great way to get slapped. I'm not trying to pick her up. You're lying to yourself, man. No, I don't know, like, I'm curious, that's all. And I'm curious what makes your head work, because it sure ain't what everyone else's runs on. Now get moving. It's almost time for class. Wait, I'm coming. I wonder what her name is. Okay, all three of them get their post-credit scene, and they're each like a minute long. Let's go. No! Oh my god. Oh my god. Urge to kill rising. Hey, did you hear about the new ice cream shop that just opened up down by the bus stop? I did. And I hear the mint is super good, too. Now I want to try it. What do you say? Want to go check it out? Let's go. Get some of that mint with a big pile of chocolate chips on top. Oh, I know. I'll get a double scoop. That sounds amazing. I'm going to get a double too. I bet the line's going to be crazy. You better get going or... What is it? There's a cute boy who goes to the school there, and I think we just locked eyes for a second. Oh, what's he look like? A prince! A prince? Seriously? Don't you be making fun of princes now. You're not 9, you're 14. It's basically an adult. You still haven't grown out of your fairy tale phase? Like, oh my god. Humph. Just you wait. One of these days I'll meet a real prince, and then you won't be laughing anymore. Like you'd ever be able to get a real prince's attention. Hey, that's not very nice. Jerk, blockhead, meanie. Come on, let's get going. Oh, fine. I'll show you one day. That is my prince. Don't let them talk. I don't want any more Nell and Melly. Okay. Would it be luckier to have a talented we couldn't be luckier to have a talented engineer like yourself assigned to our branch. You give me too much credit, sir. You don't give yourself enough credit. I've seen your record, and you come highly recommended from HQ. I've got high hopes for you. The higher your hopes, the greater the fallout when I make a mistake, which frightens me. What you call a mistake is what we generally refer to as a great accomplishment. Yeah, that's not what the engineers at my work call it, but okay. I don't think I've ever met anyone as close to the perfect human being as you. I am far, far from perfect. You Japanese really are a humble lot, aren't you? What is it? I thought I just saw a woman I recognized. We get a lot of tourists from your parts of the world around here. She's not Japanese. No, I must have been imagining it. It's my first time in France, after all. The art museum. Shopping? How can you take a vacation in France and not want to see the art? We were there all day yesterday. And you agreed before we left today we'd be shopping. Today would be a shopping day, blah, blah, blah. That's before I realized just how big it was. Just how many beautiful paintings they had on display. There's no way one day is enough to see it all. Whole day of my vacation bored out of my skull. Not like you can eat the stuff, so what good is it anyway? Please. How about this? We go to a different museum. Just no art this time. Oh, what kind of museum would you... What kind of museum if you don't want to look at art? A torture museum. What? I think I hate you. Lighten up. Tell me you don't want to see centuries of torture devices from all around the world? No. Absolutely not. Then we stick to the plan and go shopping. Oh, have it your way. You didn't have to be so. Watch out, behind you. What? Heck. God damn, that hurt. Oh, I'm sorry. Learn to watch where you're walking, why don't you? And if you're so desperate to make a damn ruckus, go find cafes somewhere out of the way. Well, excuse me. I apologized, didn't I? You don't need to be such a dickwad. That's a fun one. Dickwad. Have you ever heard of talking, or is yelling the only thing you're capable of? This is why I can't stand tourists. Have some damn consideration for people who aren't here just to fool around. For the love of God. Hell's in your... What? The hell's got your panties in them? And he's gone. That sure was something. Something is right. An insufferable asshole more like. Burn in hell, motherfucker. God. That said, I feel like I've seen him around somewhere before. No, it's just your imagination. You there, the paper. Good lord, the stock market is in a damn mess. What a nightmare. Tourists don't know how to shut up. The French are a bunch of stuck-up snobs. Pizza's awful. Nobody knows how to make spaghetti. Maybe I should pack up my bags and forget it all. What the hell is this? An article about the human voice? Scientists are studying the effect certain frequencies in the human voice have on the brain. Keep this mumbo jumbo out of my paper, my god. Save it for some paranormal or science magazine. Back to the stock page. Ah, damn it, Wynn got my hat. What's wrong with today? I believe this is yours. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Pleasure is mine. Have a nice... Hold on a second. Yes? First off, before I say anything, I am not trying to hit on you. Don't get the wrong idea. Now, have we met before? We have, yes. When and where? Long, long time ago. Much too long for you to remember. Excuse me? Our paths crossed in a mansion many, many years ago. So Morgana really went back to Jacopo, huh? Glad to see that you still haven't changed a bit. I'm not particularly in the mood for jokes and supernatural nonsense today. I am quite serious. One more question. Do we have any shared acquaintances? We do, yes. Though I cannot say whether she is here or not. Hopefully you have the chance to cross paths with her. I too am looking forward to someone. Have a good day, sir. Yeah, and goodbye. End. Be over. Be over. Be over. Be over. No, we gotta see Michelle and Giselle, of course. They are memories. Memories ingrained in my soul. Over the years, they've grown gradually more distant. And now, at the age of 21, remember everything. Were I to tell this to anyone, they would think me mad. So I've kept it to myself my whole life. I remember many years ago there was a mansion. There I met and lost someone dear to me. Is this Giselle then? There I waited for him to return. I remember all the centuries I spent waiting. And I remember he almost lost his soul trying to save me. I am once again waiting for him. I am making my way to where the mansion once stood, a single red rose in hand. A rose containing all my hopes, my dreams, my love. A prayer that it might one day reach you. Roses make wonderful gifts after all. I probably sound like I'm out of my mind. Waiting for a man who exists only in my memories. A man who, in my 21 years of life, I never once caught a glimpse of. But that doesn't matter, because I know how much he means to me. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I will wait. I will trust the memories burned into my soul. I don't know when he'll show up, or if he even will. Maybe we'll never meet in this life. Maybe I'll wait until I've grown old and died. But should that happen, I'll continue waiting for you in my next life. And the one after that, if I have to. I'll always be waiting, no matter how long it may take. How great the obstacle stands in my way, or what form you may assume. I'll wait as long as it takes. Another 100, another 1,000 years. So just promise you'll come back for me. Michelle. Alright, there's credits rolling. Okay. Hey, we're almost at 12 hours! Can I add a 12-hour challenge tag to the stream? I don't know what good that would do at this point, but... Yep, this definitely should have been 2 streams. It just... My complaint still stands of it just being... Just you could have cut out a lot of it. You could have... This story could be half as long as it is. The whole thing. Cut certain scenes, trim others. I still call it a 9 out of 10, but But it could be a 10 out of 10 if it was about half as long. I would say for the most part, they stuck the landing on the ending. Around door 1, 2, 3, 4, I was feeling like maybe this is a 7 out of 10. And then, you know, door... What was Michelle's door? Door 6? I was starting to feel more like 8 out of 10, but, you know... They stuck the landing. 9 out of 10. Oh gosh, I have to keep talking over the credits? I mean, I don't have to, I suppose. I wonder if there's any CGs I missed. I don't know what else to talk about. I definitely understand why Jacopo is so hated by certain people, but also enjoyed by others. I'm gonna stick more neutral on that. Just, of course, he did terrible things, but of course there are redeemable qualities about him. But the redeemable qualities are not quite enough to make him a wholly redeemable character. Bestia, I mean, hopefully his next life he's not a murderer, so. Thank you for playing! Thank you for being played, Fatamoru! Wow! Oh! I gotta do it! I gotta do it! Is it gonna stop in the middle? The house in Fata Morgana. Yeah. God, imagine how many chunks the stream would have been split into if I was multi-streaming. Don't worry, I wasn't. I was satisfied with the ending. I wasn't worrying. You don't have to wait any longer. Uh-huh. Giselle. Uh-huh. I'm here for you. This game just really doesn't want to end, does it? Alright, you gave me a nice CG. Oh. Oh, that's a good smile. Butterflies? I thought his hands were bones for a second when they first started scrolling in. Aw, that's nice. There are memories. Memories ingrained in my soul. I remember there once stood a mansion here, in which many tragedies took place, in which great pain was suffered. Much of what happened in those walls was unspeakable, but they are events I should never have forgotten, because amidst all the misfortune, I attained something irreplaceable. Giselle. There's so much I have to say, so much I want you to know. But that can be saved for off-screen, right, Michelle? And I'm sure I'll have plenty of time to get to all that. So for the time being, allow me to say this. Giselle. Your smile is the light of my life. I want to spend my days with you. With that smile always at my side. And nothing to get in our way. Ending 8, Fata Morgana. So there's 8 endings, and I got... Alright, so I got a couple ending 0s. I got ending 6. I'm not sure what other endings I got. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I ask of thee, O Father, to bestow upon their souls thy blessing. Hey, is this new title screen? Yeah, it is. I did it. Ending list? A moment of hesitation, darkness everlasting, Fata Morgana. I will not be getting the other endings. Because forget it. Art gallery? Should I throw up ferret sensor? Just in case? Look back on the happy memories. Aww. Aww. I mean, that one's not really aw. That's Maid going nuts. Oh yeah, I forgot that white-haired girl tried to kill Mel. I forgot that was even a thing. There's that. I don't remember what the context of that was, but I don't think it really needed a CG. Oh, that was when Nelly attacked white-haired girl. And here is post-attack. This is Nelly with white hair. She got a big crazy going on. Yeah, huh? There's Mel being sad and the maid being like, whoopsie doodle, sucks for you. And there's Bestia, and oh my gosh, it was Yukimasa the whole time. Oh, look at him murdering. Oh, it's sure is a thing. And there's her. Poor Pauline. And she getting murked. And she done got it murked. Oh, hate to see it. Yeah. Crazy face. It's the Phenakis wheel. Phenakistoscope. It's them dancing. Just a case. Okay, it's not on the screen. We got Jacopo doing bad things. Got Jacopo doing sad things. We got Maria being irredeemable. Those eyes. What's wrong with you? She's crazy. And then she's like, I shoot you. Oh, I got shot. Oops. Oopsie daisy. White hair girl doing white hair girl things. We got Michelle threatening with a knife. That was fun times. We got that. Alright, ferret sensor. We got them reading a book. That's nice. Oh, now she's surprised. Now she's smiling. Now there's a rose. She's a rose. And now she's like, look at me. Look how much cleavage I have. Have you seen it? Have you seen my cleavage? I'm so glad you're looking at it. And we're not going to look at that one. And then there's her falling to the abyss. There's Michelle, very stabified. Oh, there's Michelle satified. There's Giselle satified. There's Morgana. There's where we were at the beginning. Heroes beginning. Okay, we don't need any more ferret sensor. There's them losing each other. And Morgana, what are you doing? Why you do this? Freaking rude. Okay, yeah, we get it. This was not fun times. This was fun times. Kind of. We got Giselle being like, no, I loved you. And Michelle's like, no, I imagined that you didn't love me for a second and it made me too sad. Boys Club! This is Boys Club, right? It's got it's Boys Club, Boys Club! And there's that. And blood on it, sure. There's, okay, well, let's not dwell on that too hard. And yeah, I'd say this is probably my favorite CG. This was a good, impactful moment for a CG. Oh, wait, there's a clean face version? Because that didn't happen. Actually, looking back, there's a clean face version of this, too. I kind of skipped past it. What? Weird. Because those did not come up. There's white hair girl being like, lol, kill me, I deserve it. Thank you. There's Dieter being like, I am the final boss. I will extend this visual novel by at least another half hour. You can't stop me. And there's Giselle. It's very pretty. Pretty. There's Giselle again. Happy, smiley, smiley, happy, happy. And of course, we just saw this, but it's still good. It's still a good picture. Nope. Alright, what else we got? Concert hall? I don't think so. Art gallery? Is there anything to... Oh, that's where we just were doy. I was thinking like concept art rather than like CGs. Backstage? What is backstage? Nope. Nope. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I am finished. Thank you, Fatamoru. Thanks for watching. Thanks for clicking the like button on the YouTube VOD. Who am I kidding? No one's gonna watch this YouTube VOD. Crazy. Crazy to watch 12-hour VOD. I've never even done that. Who does that? Cheese Louise 2D debut August 28th. Okay, until next time, ferret out.